first Injaz Language Institute YouTube live streaming broadcast from here in beautiful downtown Kohar. My name is David, and I'd like to welcome everybody to our broadcast today. We're hoping that we'll take this opportunity to introduce you to a little few ideas about how it is that you can improve your English and why it is that NJAS might be the right solution for you to come and join us here at the Institute and improve your English language skills. So one of the things that we need to think about, of course, when we're learning English is we often understand a lot of words and vocabulary. And why do we understand that? Well, these days with social media and with movies and with all of the information that we have available on our phones, we often get exposed to a lot of language, so we naturally assimilate and learn a lot of vocabulary. But often the challenge that we have as speakers who are learning another language is we don't really feel so comfortable using the words, or we can't recall and remember them at the right time. There's a lot of challenges, and a lot of this has to do with confidence. And confidence is one of the things that we like to work on here at NJAS when you come and join us in one of the classes. For example, this young gentleman here, I'm sorry, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Suhaib Muhammad Dosri, and I do advertisements about Saudi Arabia, and I'm here live with Dave.
Yes. So Suhaib, as you can probably tell instantly, has remarkably good English. Well, why does Suhaib have great English? Well, Suhaib studied here at NJAS for about 2 years on an ongoing basis and really worked hard with us to bring his English ability up. When he first came, it was, I gotta be honest with you, Suhaib, it was pretty bad, my friend, pretty bad. But you are a rock star these days, man. I tell you, you're one of the top guys that I've ever come across in the last few years. I haven't been alive that long, guys, but that being said, yeah, no, Suhaib is a prime example of what it is that you can achieve if you put some work into it, come to class every day, do the studies, and work with us here. What are we here for? We're here to help you. And I promise you that the dedication that you will find from the team here, the teachers, the staff, everything that we do here at NJAS, you're going to find out that this is a very special place that is going to care about what it is that you achieve, because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you this, our motto is your success is our success. And at the end of the day, when you learn language, we succeed as you succeed. So, one of the things that really I think helped you, Sue, is that when you were learning at the beginning and there was that really difficult period of time in your language acquisition and your learning, that you were kind of following the old traditional way of learning English, and that was, using a lot of long answers and copying what the teacher said in terms of what the book said and stuff, or short answers like yes, no, instead of full answers. So one of the things that we really work hard on here at NJAS is the idea of making sure that you speak a lot of English, that you talk a lot. And one of the ways that we do that is we use something called reflective communication. And I'm sure that Suhaib will tell you that this methodology, this way of learning, was one of the ways that he was so successful at learning English in such a short period of time. So I'll give you a little bit of an explanation of how this works and why it's so effective, and then I'll ask Suhaib to work with me to give you an example. So, reflective communication is the idea that when you were a baby, I was a baby. That was a long time ago, Suhaib, just a short time ago. When we were small, we learned language not by by somebody teaching us grammar, not by teaching us words and vocabulary. We simply copied what it was that we heard and learned from our family members. So that would be things that our mother would say, or our father would say, our grandmother, our grandfather, things like this. For example, here's a pen. So my mother would say, it's a pen, and I would go, it's a pen. And can't be wrong, mom said it, right? So it's the same thing. So basically what's happening is you're absorbing language naturally. You're not thinking about the process, you're not figuring it out. You're just using the language that is presented to you by your parents, by your brothers, by your sisters, your grandmothers, and your grandfathers. So if we take this idea and say, well, geez, learning English is so difficult, is it? I don't think so. In fact, you can use exactly the same technique that you learned your own first language with the same way. So if you learn Arabic as your first language, you can learn English pretty well, kind of thing. So for example, if I was to ask you something like, would you like a cup of coffee? Often the regular teachers are going to tell you the answer is, yes, please, no, thank you. Well, if you answer yes, please, or no, thank you, did you really speak much English? Not at all. You lost an opportunity. What just happened was when the teacher asked you, would you like a cup of coffee? What the teacher did was the teacher gave you the words and the teacher gave you the grammar. 100% free. Absolutely super easy. What's the good way to learn the English? The fast way? Copy what you have heard. Copy what your mother said, what your father said. Would you like a cup of coffee? The correct answer, if you really want to learn fast, is the long answer. And the long answer is the words and the grammar in the question. You don't have to think about it, you just have to use it. Would you like a cup of coffee? Yes, I would like a cup of coffee. The only thing you had to change was the subject. Would you changes to I would. We're going to have to do a little X pattern here to change the order, but that's it. The rest of it stays the same. Would you like a cup of coffee? Yes, I would like a cup of coffee. See how easy that was? You just answered in a big, long answer with all kinds of words, and you didn't even have to think. You just borrowed what was said to you, copied it, and gave it back. Trust me, do that for 6 months to a year, you will speak great English so much faster than any other way of learning. So let's try this out a little bit, okay? Let's see, Mr. Snape.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, would you like some roasted chicken from your uncle's restaurant?
I would like some roasted chicken.
From?
My uncle?
Yes, from my uncle's restaurant. This is a yes/no question, so we do want to put a yes or no in front of the beginning of the answer. So yes, I would like some roasted chicken from my uncle's restaurant. Here's another tip. Watch this one. Okay, here. Break the sentences down into chunks. On a longer question, for example, break it into pieces. Would you like, part one, some roasted chicken, part two, from your uncle's restaurant, part three. Don't necessarily try to join it all at one time. Break it into smaller pieces and then put it together. Example. Okay. Let's see. This is another yes/no question here. How about do you think BMW cars are better than Mercedes-Benz cars?
I say, yes, BMW cars are better than the
Mercedes.
Mercedes cars.
Yes, yes. BMW cars are better than Mercedes cars. So again, We're just looking at the language and in the question and the structures, and we're answering the same thing. So hey, can you give us a little bit of feedback on what your experience was when you were learning English? What were some of your challenges and problems that you had? You viewers out there, if you had the same kind of problems that Suhaib had, can you type yes in the chat here on our live stream? And we'll just have a look at that and see if some of you also have some of the challenges that Suhaib has been able to overcome by studying with us here at Injaz and bringing his English up. So what were some of the things that were a bit of a challenge for you as you began your journey, your exciting journey here at Injaz, working with us?
Well, the most simplest questions, simplest ones, I still see everywhere is using like a word, friends, and not using it for the same as it's supposed to be.
Okay.
I am with my friends,
Okay.
but they say like they're wrong friends.
I see. Do you think that in your experience that
Or I am
sure, ing gets a common problem for a lot of people. The gerund down ing, bowling, swimming, which is not a verb, and the ing, which is a verb, but different lesson altogether. Would you say that which for you was more challenging in your learning experience of improving your English? Was it grammar or was it vocabulary?
I would say grammar. I think it's grammar the most. Vocabulary was easy to say. Just watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Right. So as we identified that problem with you with the grammar, because yes, I do remember grammar for you was a challenge, as it is for almost everybody at the end of the day. If you have problems with grammar, if you're worried about or ever learned and experienced challenges with grammar, type yes in the chart and we'll have a look at that and see. And if you have a particular grammar problem that you are experiencing, tell us what it is and maybe we can help you. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so again, when I remember when you were first here, and I thought, oh my God, there's no hope for this guy. But I persevered. I stuck by it.
At least it helped.
Yeah, it did. It did. Yes, for sure, 100%. Yes, I did. Like Trump, I deserve the Nobel Prize. At the end of the day, do you feel that using the reflective communication technique that we talked about a minute ago, which is not learning grammar by learning the mechanics, but by using the grammar, did you feel more comfortable using the grammar than actually studying the grammar?
Using it.
Exactly.
It was fast.
It was faster for you. Yeah. I think this is kind of the thing that we discover with a lot of our learners is that at the end of the day, if you come here and you speak and talk a lot and use the grammar and use the vocabulary, we're very subject oriented. We choose a topic and we focus on it. And the idea of choosing the topic and focusing on it is that it gives us a family of vocabulary about a topic to work with. And by staying on this topic during the lesson, then we can just naturally use that reflective communication strategy to keep talking about the same topic, but using different forms of grammar, which are then copied back by the learner. So you can use the grammar very naturally and then at the same time expand your vocabulary knowledge so that you walk away. And then of course, our goal here is to have you talk a lot, and make sure that you're in the room with us and you're speaking. So if I was to sort of describe your typical experience in a classroom, so as you know, we do a short introduction about lesson's going to be about. We give some foundation vocabulary to work with, and then we move over to some guided practice where the teacher will present the examples, and then we turn it over to the students. So did you find that by using maybe 60% of the class time or more, just speaking and using the English, was that more beneficial in your learning experience to improve your English?
I think, yeah,
Yeah, and why do you feel that way?
because it made me learn English much more faster than if I did.
Okay, was that because you were speaking more?
I was speaking more, watching more, and actually understanding.
Right, okay, so if we put it in a nutshell, in the main idea, basically using and speaking and using English in the classroom, by doing that a lot, it benefited and helped your English come up quicker. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And what helps my English even more is watching more English videos.
Okay, watching more English videos. Okay, well, are you recording this to look back on later? Good idea. Okay, great. Okay, just a little heads up here. I'm going to step aside with a little bit of a marketing point here for a moment. So Injaz right now, we're running a promotion for 15% off of all courses being offered here at both the Kobar location and our Riyadh location for face-to-face classroom learning. If you want to do some online, that's fine. We also have a full diploma program, which we're going to toss on another 5% to make it a 20% discount. So if you're looking for an opportunity to get into the right place with the right teachers teaching the right way, today and right now is a fantastic opportunity for you. If you just dial the number on the screen right now, we will be answering that, take your details and information, and you immediately qualify for a 15% discount on any classes that we're offering. And if you take the full diploma program, which lasts for a year, that will be a 20% discount, just a heads up. The regular face-to-face classes are 3 days a week for 2 hours per class for a total of 6 classes over 8 weeks. For a total of, what is that? I think that's 48 hours, if my math is, I'm better at English than I am at math, fair enough. I believe that's 48, yeah. So if you'd like to take advantage of this opportunity, grab that 15% discount, give us a call right now. The number's waiting, and we will take care of getting you all the support you need to help bring your English up using some of the strategies that we have here. They're proven. I've been teaching English now for 27 years. I'm a Canadian native speaker. This is what I do. I'm a teacher trainer, so if I'm not teaching the class, whoever is teaching the class was probably taught by me how to teach English. So you can be guaranteed that if you come to Injaz and join one of our programs, you are going to succeed. Remember, your success is our success. Okay? So do we have any questions or anything from our viewers here this evening that we can help them out with?
Yes, one of the questions
Okay.
about if learner can understand and he cannot reply and he cannot speak. What's the good suggested solution for that?
Can understand, yes, but
he cannot speak.
right. Okay, so keep it short, keep it simple at the beginning. Okay, if you understand, you probably can speak, but you're probably a little bit nervous and afraid to speak. Put it this way, there are no wrong answers per se. It doesn't matter if the grammar is right or wrong. Communication is the important thing. Can you give enough language to the listener that they understand your idea? it will become more and more accurate over time as you learn. But the first golden rule is just speak. Speak anything you can, and that will tell the teacher, okay, I can hear what this person is saying, and I can see they have a problem about this grammar. They have a problem about the pronunciation. They have a problem about the speaking. So what happens is when you speak, you are actually helping me help you. Because now I can see the problem, and as soon as I can see the problem, what can I do? I can fix the problem. Look at this. Amazing English. You wouldn't believe how much I fixed with this guy. Example. But yeah, that's the bottom line is that
We can ask him about his experience, how he fixed the mistakes, and
right, yeah, yes, it's, how did you, other than being mentored by, a teacher that
by the best teacher.
by the best. Look at this guy, no matter how much money I pay him, I still gotta give him more. Okay, so what are outside of the classroom time that we spent together over the last few years? What are some of the strategies that you found best for improving your, not only just language per se, but also your confidence in speaking, feeling like I'm comfortable, okay, I'm not afraid to speak. What are some of the things that you did to try to develop your confidence, feel more comfortable to speak, and then just, okay, charge at it, do it?
Well, before I went with learning with you,
Yeah.
I was in international school learning English. I was one of the worst in class.
Yes, yes.
I couldn't speak that well at English.
Okay.
But when I was watching more YouTube videos and what's coming from you, I've been getting more used to it and doing some videos in English.
Sure.
It made me more confident, and now I'm here now.
Right.
Better English, like everyone else.
Like everyone else, wow. Fantastic. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. There's no doubt about it that, where you were at the beginning and where you are today and where you're going in the future. What do you think some of the benefits are for your life about learning English? For instance, when we teach adult learners, a lot of what the adult learners want to do is improve their English so that they can get a good job, so they can get a higher salary, so maybe they can study overseas at another university. You're a young fellow.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
That's what you're trying to do now.
I'm just go to university.
Oh,
Like Australia.
Great.
Study there.
Right. So you really had a strong motivation, a strong reason why you wanted to learn English was so that you would have the opportunity to study overseas.
Yeah.
Right.
And still keep my English with me.
So how about some of you folks out there in video land tonight? What are some of the reasons that you want to improve your English and learn more English? And how is it that we at Injaz can help you achieve your goals? If you pop a few questions up, we'll see what we can do. But if you show up and take advantage of that 15% discount on the face-to-face or the diploma, 20%, bring us during the enrollment period. We're going to be asking you questions. Why do you want to learn English? What do you want us to help you? What are you trying to achieve? And then we're going to look at that and go, okay, we understand more about what your needs are. And the more we understand about your needs, the more we're able to bring that to your success.
there is a question about how they can start and what's the difference between self-learning and learning inside the institute, organized learning.
All right. Okay. I would have to say that, and perhaps Suhaib can attest to this, can confirm this with me. Self-study is great, but it's really something that you're going to benefit more from self-study once you achieve a certain level of English. If you're a foundation level learner, you really need to come to Injaz and work with us and allow us the opportunity to bring you up so that you have enough understanding of the language that then when you go to the next level, let's say like a sort of an intermediate, low intermediate level of English, you're going to be able to start doing some self-learning to join with what it is that we're working with you on. So you might not benefit a lot at the beginning with very low English, trying to learn on your own. It's difficult. So get the foundation with us, let us get you up to a lower intermediate level. I do suggest you continue with us after that, but we're going to give you recommendations and tools about how you can do some self-study with what we're doing in your class time to add a bit more on it and just accelerate your learning to go faster and faster. Our goal really is to try and get you speaking English confidently at a basic level within a few months, and then within 6 months or so, having a really, really strong foundation. And by the end of a year, you should be at a lower intermediate level. So I know that sounds like a long time, but look, at the end of the day, nothing happens overnight. Those who work harder learn faster. Those who go at an okay medium pace set realistic goals. I guess that's probably one of the most important things that I would say to you is that set realistic goals. Try to understand that the investment that you make in your learning will pay off, and it's going to take a little bit of time. But look, at the end of the day, the classes are fun, the teachers are fun, the learning is fun. So treat it as not only learning, but a bit of a social activity as well. You're going to meet some great people. You're going to meet some other students that are just really great people. You're going to meet some interesting and fun teachers. And at the end of the day, it's social, it's learning, it's a bit of fun, and you're going to want to come back. You come to a class and you leave, and I think you'll say this. How did you feel? Did you feel like pretty excited at the end of the class that you wanted to come to the next one?
I wanted to come immediately after I left.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, this is one of the great things about here at Injaz is that you come to a class, it's not like a regular school where it's, oh my God, I just want out of this place. No, you're gonna come here, you're gonna enjoy yourself, you're gonna meet some really great people, you're gonna have some fun, but the great thing is, in that process, you are going to learn English. And as you walk away with speaking so much in the class, having fun, working with great people, working with great teachers, you're going to want to come back for the next class. And then you want to come back again. So it doesn't become work. It just is not work. It's just learning language, having some fun with some great people. So give us a try. As I said, it's 15% discount for all the face-to-face classes and online. Give us a call at the number, 20% for the full year diploma program or accredited, and let's get this thing going. At the end of the day, I'm absolutely confident that you're not going to regret coming and joining this because we are going to help you, and you are going to be talking a lot, and that is just such a great feeling to go from wherever you are right now. If you're a low level right now, type in the box low and don't worry about it. If you're an intermediate, write inter. If you're a high level, we've got high level classes too for people that are trying to advance their careers and looking for opportunities to go into, upper management at their work, stuff like that. We cover it all from the very beginning to high level learners. We've got something for you, 100%.
Dr. David, there is one question asking about the preparation of IELTS and guiding people to having offers from global universities. The institute, for all our graduates, we assist them to reach all the global universities, and we have the examination center. So,
right. Okay. So yes, just a heads up on this issue. Yes, somebody had asked the question about IELTS. Yes, NJAS is a certified IELTS center. So you can come here, you can do your IELTS training here and do your exam here. And then that will be entered onto the international system. where you'll get your ranking, and we usually try to exit people 6.5 is our target. 6.5, if we can get you higher, great, fantastic. So you will be prepared to go overseas if you're doing academic IELTS for studying in universities overseas. If you're doing general IELTS, then we can help you with that type of training, which will benefit you probably more here inside Saudi for advancement of your career. But we offer both programs here, and certainly this is something that we work really hard with our students. These classes have a tendency to be exceptionally small and very concentrated with people who are very, very motivated to achieve their learning goals. So if you are a motivated learner who really is trying to build your career, whether that's your education that is going to lead to the job that you're going to do in the future, or whether that's the job you're doing right now and you just want to climb that ladder faster by being able to prove to your employer that your English is not only just you say it's great, but you've got the IELTS paper to put in front of them on your on the HR desk and go, here's my score. So you're going to have evidence-based proof, independent, that your ability in English is ranking as a high level English speaker. Are you planning to do the IELTS at some point to see it?
I'm planning soon.
Are you?
I'm trying to plan under a year.
Great, fantastic. So this is a guy who's got all his ducks in a row. Ducks in a row is an idiom in English, like I'm so hungry I can eat a horse. You're actually not going to eat a horse. It just means you're like really hungry and you need some food. To have your ducks in a row is to have a plan and be organized about what you're doing in your life. So this is a good example of a guy who's got his ducks in a row example. Okay, well, it's been a fantastic evening with everybody tonight. Is there any more questions?
Yeah, last question. It's about how the language assists people to reach employee, the job. So there is a program who are all graduates from us, especially who are graduates from secondary school.
Okay.
We deliver all the certificate to the government institute, look like Water Academy or Power Institute.
Oh,
So
okay.
they can start the employee there, and they can earn as a salary 4,000
Oh,
per
okay,
year.
so this would be the 2-year TVTC programs?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're planning on going into a trade, for example, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, pipe fitting, welding, any of these types of trades, one of the things that will allow you to get entry into these TVTC accredited training institutes, so technical vocational training corporation of Saudi Arabia. So we have Saudi Electric Services Polytechnic, Energy Tech, Higher Institute of Plastics. There's a whole bunch of them across the kingdom. If your plan is to do a 2-year diploma program at one of these institutes, by studying English with us and getting your diploma, this will fast track you into the institute where you're pretty well all but assured to get in because you've got documented evidence of your English ability from graduating from our diploma program. So that's actually a really great strategy. When you go and you study at one of these technical vocational training institutes, the company that hires you will give you a salary while you're doing your training at the institute, and you'll come out at the end of the 2 years with your diploma in a specialist trade, but you'll also be earning money during that period of time. So the small investment that you make today here at Injaz, improving your English, which is going to help you get into the training programs at any one of the technical vocational institutes across the kingdom, is a small investment today for a very big payoff to build your career. It's probably one of the best things you can do to benefit your career track as you move forward.
Yes. The last part is a game part, so we can use the blackboard and having a small game with Mus'ab to asking him some questions.
Really? You want me to come up with a game right now? I'm not.
I know any games, but I do know one game.
Okay.
It's Uno on whiteboard.
Is it English?
Uno.
I'm not an Uno guy. You're going to be the teacher on this one. If that's the case, which is fine by me.
If you don't want Uno, then we just
Okay.
old school. Right, I do like old school.
You want to go old school?
Chess. The best.
Well, we're going to do figure out the word. Okay. This is word family. So let's say we have a word family, and we say that the particular topic that we're looking at is cars, and then we're going to go parts of cars. Okay, so this is our clue. We're looking at parts of cars. Okay. So this would be a main component. It's going to have no. This is the letters of the word. Okay. So this is a six-letter word, and you can guess any vowel or any consonant that you want. I will give you a hint. This is.
Wait, I'll try with no hint.
Okay, you're going to go with no hint. No hint it is.
The next round, I'll do with a hint.
All right.
If I fail.
Right.
Okay.
Well, this will be easy.
I'll try eight.
I'm gonna let you have the pen here, and I'm gonna. You do the work. I'll make the money.
Wait. How do I know if that was correct or not?
What's that?
How do I know if I'm correct with the word or not?
You can write a letter underneath here, and if it's in the word, I will write it up. So any letter of the alphabet.
Here's my hand.
Okay, as you want.
So you can write it on me.
Sorry, there is no A. We can make this into a hangman game.
Bigger than hangman.
Yeah, so there we go. Okay, no A. E, yes. There's an E here. And an E here. So this is EE. Name an animal that goes E. A monkey. Yes. Okay, there is a G. There's your G. You're still alive.
Engine?
Well, you have to spell it. Okay, you gotta spell it and you gotta use it in a sentence in a full word. That kind of looks like an H.
Yeah.
You do. You don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. Right. So, can you use the word engine in a full sentence? It must be used in the correct context. You know, in other words, it must make sense. How about, I'm going to use the reflective communication technique that we talked about earlier. Okay. Do Toyota engines drive? Do Toyota engines are Toyota engines faster than supercars? Ferrari. We'll just go Ferrari. Are Toyota engines faster than Toyota engines? Yes, no, answer, full sentence. I'll write it up for you. Are Toyota, you have to use the reflective communication.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, I'll help you a little bit by writing it out. You want to do it by memory?
No.
No?
No. I forget easily.
How about we'll do our Toyota engines stronger there we go, right, can I change the color, because I think I can change the color on that. Right, okay. So, this is a yes, no answer, and, I need you to try to use all the words in the sentence. In the question. Sure, if you want to erase it, that's okay. You can erase the whole thing if you want. You can write if you want. No, don't clear it all. No, let's not, no, we have to let the audience see the example. Good. Alrighty, so notice how what Suhaib is doing is he's actually taking the exact same words that were written and spoken from the question, and he's using the exact same words in the English. It's really long, but he can do it. Okay, fine, he's pretty good at English, but it doesn't matter. I promise you that even if you're a low learner in English, you can actually do this because you're just copying the words from the question. You have the words, you have the grammar. It's a little bit of swapping around. This is a no, okay? It's a no answer. And I'm gonna show you a couple of little issues here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna ask the question. Can you answer the question, please? Are Toyota engines stronger than Ferrari engines?
No, Toyota engines aren't stronger than Ferrari engines.
Okay, so here we have a no question. Look at this, right? So the N apostrophe T, this is a not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Here's a freebie. Look at this freebie. That says no. That says no. That is how you know that you use not for a no answer. It's already got no in it. Connect that no with that no, and you got it. Not is the same idea as no, right? So no, Toyota engines are not. And look at this, okay, we're gonna pop over to here. Okay, so our Toyota engines, we have Toyota, we have engines, same order. We have, what do we got? Stronger than Ferrari, engines. Okay, so we just use all the same words. The only thing that we've done here is that we've taken aren't, okay? We've taken aren't right here, the are and the aren't, and we just moved the position a little bit. Not a big deal. Very, very small adjustment, and then the no with the not example. So, pretty, ooh, that's pretty busy. Glad I used colors. Okay, so there we go. Very, very clear to understand how it is that we can use reflective communication to be able to answer a long answer instead of a short answer. Answer like, are Toyota engines stronger than Ferrari engines? Answer, yes. You didn't speak any English. I can't help you if you don't speak, because when you speak, I hear the problem, I see the problem, I fix the problem. So just do the long answer, and how do you do the long answer? Copy the grammar, copy the words, use the reflective communication, and at the end of the day, anything that's a small problem, we're gonna fix it.
What if we write like
You can clear the whole thing there, yeah. Okay, we have a theory coming up from what is gonna be a future teacher here at Injaz. Okay.
yes, they are instead of just yes?
I don't see day anywhere.
Huh.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Did you just speak a lot of English?
No, but it's better than the yes.
Well,
Right, so
my goal is to have you talk, because that's how you got here.
Yeah.
This is where your problem started. That's why we don't know. My answer to your is no. Long answers only, people. Okay, I think we've covered just about as much as we can this evening. Again, give us a fast call on the number if you'd like the 15% discount on the face-to-face classes here in Kobar or over in Riyadh. That's across the board, whether that's a short course or a longer course. If you're doing the diploma, we're gonna give you a 20% discount. We also have our training program for IELTS, both academic and general, and we also have the preparation courses that are going to help you if you're going to join a technical vocational institute to do your training for a 2-year diploma. We can help you with that pathway too. So if you want to go overseas and study, if you want to improve your career, if you want to study here inside Saudi for a technical diploma, if you just want to learn to speak English more confidently, we got it covered. We got it covered everywhere. Just give us a call. 15% off, 20% on the full year. Give us a call.
Yeah, every Sunday
Every Sunday.
we have an extreme.
Yeah,
From
right.
10 to 11.
Indeed, we do. Every Sunday, we're going to be here to have a discussion about an English point, about helping you in any way we can. So we want you to be there, be square. Come join us. Your success, our success. Let's do it together.
From 10 to 11.
10 to 11, right, 10 to 11, good point. Gotta tell them what time. Yes, Sunday, 10 p.m. till 11 p.m. That's where you wanna be, right here on the Injaz YouTube or TikTok channel. And yeah, let's see what we can do together. Okay, bye-bye everybody.
Bye.
Have a great evening. Thanks so much. See you next time. Okay, is that finished? Good. Thank you.